being and blue, crying over you. Ooh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hello, hello, hello. I hope this is still good. I don't know. I wonder. I don't know if this is still good, but I hope it's still good. It is good. I hope it's still good. Some pineapple juice. I like it. Anybody like pineapple juice? Understand what pineapple juice is? I like it. Hello, 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 hello. How is everybody doing? Your girl is doing good today. Your girl is doing good today. All the love, all the love, all the love, all the love. Hey, Selena, signs. Oh, I love your name. You changed your name. Oh, that's nice. Huh? Yes, hurry up, go wrap you up in the bed. We don't much and come back from outside. Greetings to each and everyone. I like your name, Celestial Signs. Huh? Okay, go get it. Oh, I threw it away. It was sour. Yeah, it was sour, so I threw it away. Yes, ma'am. Bless up, bless up, bless up. Huh? I'm doing much better today.
Hey, Mama, what is that?
Pineapple juice.
I want to eat that.
You wanna drink some?
Yeah.
We know much and came from outside, and then this lady in the building, she have a little son, so she called us and asked us. She called me and asked me if hers, if I don't mind my kids play with her children. Dream girl, how are you? Good morning, good night, good afternoon to each and everyone, wherever you are. So that's for everybody, wherever you are, then it goes for you. So she called me and asked me if I want my children to play with her children, and I said yes, that they don't have nobody to play with. So we went and my kids play with the little boy. They were riding their scooter and everything, so that was nice. And I'm glad too to be outside because I want to be in the house at this moment. So I'm happy. I went to this grocery store. I found planting today, guys. I pick up like 6 planting. I found the planting. Yeah, drink some. Jenny, do we have any more pineapple? Yeah, so I hope everybody doing good today. I'm doing good. You can't complain. I just get off the phone with one of my aunts calling me. So calls all over the place coming in. But that's how life is. Such is life. Oh, this is good. This is good. Did you have any more, Jerry? You want some of this one? You want some of this one? And then, yes. And then my car shut off 3 times on me today. I'm
You
like,
should not throw that yogurt away because the yogurt is made to be sour.
it wasn't the yogurt he was talking about. He was talking about the donut.
The donut?
Yeah, because it was left in the bag, so it boiled up in the bag.
Oh.
Because we went back downstairs and everything. Heat spoiled things quick.
Mama, back my bed.
Come and try this.
Hey, Mama, back my bed.
Yeah. Hey. This way. Come on. Remember what I said when you're done. Hurry up.
Mama, back my bed.
Alright. So then I'm going to come from outside and go get this shot.
Mama,
Hey, beautiful. So I hope you're doing great.
Hey,
To my bright and many dim lights. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you. Oh, don't show them the battery. They don't want to see the battery. Look up in the cupboard if you see anymore.
Okay.
Basketball. Yes, family. But we're doing good, Doing good. Leah, I hope I'm pronouncing your name. My pronunciation, I never get a degree in pronunciation. I get a degree in something else. No, not this. I don't need this. I need a bottle of water instead. And I got me 2 bottles of water up this year. You said it right. Oh, I said it right because I was about to say I don't get no degree for our pronunciation. Hey. But I'm doing good otherwise. Some as I said, we don't much and come back in the house and everything. The kids took themselves a shower and everything. So I'm happy for that. And they were able to play with their neighbors. It's a little baby boy. I think probably the same age as Amir and stuff. So. And I was able to just sit there and, watch them. Because as I said, when I'm outside, that's my daycare. When I'm outside, I watch the kids from all angles, not straight, all angles. And then I get the time to meditate, relax, and do whatever I got to do. And then my bicycle is punctured, so I can ride it.
You can ride it?
No, it's punctured. Don't open one more of these.
Okay. I'll open one more.
No, don't open no more. That's it. You don't drink a lot of even go over here. Sit right there. You don't drink no more after this. That's it.
Mama, hungry.
Not good for you. Don't drink a whole lot.
Hey, Mama. Hungry. Hungry.
And then as soon I gotta get my hair done, family, because guess what? The little one have an event coming up on June. The first week in June. So I gotta get that done. And then today the car keeps shutting off on me. I'm like, wow. So
Mom.
man.
Look,
Like I was telling somebody this morning, you know what? I'm not letting nothing defeat me. You know, I'm gonna be the defeat. I'm not gonna let nothing defeat me. You know what I mean? I'm just like, enough is enough. You know, when you have enough, you just have to say, you know what? Because when you let defeat us, that's what you want, to be happy. You know, can defeat like misery. Nope, nope. Cut. I'm gonna be like, you know, in a movie scene by myself. Cut. You know, because sometimes you have to take a stand for yourself, you know what I mean? And I mean take a stand. You have to realize that what is this that's happening all the time, you know? It's not about panicking at this time. It's about just like, you know what, you see that defeat, you want to defeat me? I'm gonna turn you around. Sorry. I'm gonna make you into something I want you to be. Because this defeat is like, wow, defeat. I'm like, enough. No, cut. I'm gonna create my own movie scene. Cut. So it can go away. You gonna come back again. Cut. You know what I mean? Because when you have defeat.
Mama,
Yeah.
that your steamer?
Yes, that's my steamer. When you got defeat is like something that if you dwell in it every time it comes, because it's gonna act up all the time. It's an octopus. It ain't going nowhere. But you have to tell yourself that, you know what, enough. Enough. It's like you tell somebody you have enough of your BS. Enough. Same thing you have to tell yourself, because sometimes the defeat that is arising don't have nothing to do with the environment or anything. Just have stomach pain just attacked me. Then my joints felt like they were fading, and then cold sweat. If you know that feeling you get when the cold sweat start to wash you, like you're about to faint. And then my son is something else. I managed to come back and lay down, and I said, Jaden, and when I found out he was still asleep though, but I was trying to tap him out his sleep. Jaden. And then he finally answered me and said, Mommy not feeling it. This is Jaden to me. Mommy, lay back down and get some rest. He don't even look if anything was anything. He just tell me, Mommy, lay back down and get some rest. So in his poor little head, in my head, I'm probably saying that he probably said, Mama, you need to get rest. Because the day before, all I was doing is crying. My eyes were so hurtful, you know, and everything. So I'm telling you. But he just let me laugh so hard this morning when he said, Mama, just lay back down and rest. He's like, what you want me to do? Just lay back down and rest. I'm telling you, kids have the best remedy sometimes, you know. Sometimes the remedy they have for you is that one that you're gonna really like, but they have the best solution sometimes they give to you, I'm telling you. You know. So that's really good. But other than that, family, feeling much better. It's not everything not gonna be better for now, because you know the pieces have to be picked up by us. But it's life, and I'm just taking it one day at a time. You know, so one day at a time. But that defeat, you know, wanna shut my car off and all these things. I'm not accepting that. And anybody out there that defeat is coming your way, you tell defeat goodbye, bye bye, cut. They're gonna keep coming because every ladder you climb, they're gonna be challenged. Every obstacles you go over, there's gonna be another one. So every when they say every move I make, you're gonna have challenges. If you stand up and fight that challenge, then you will realize that you're on the right track. You don't have to worry about anything. You're on the right track. But when you don't stand up for yourself to tell that defeat to get thee behind, then that defeat is gonna defeat you. And that's how we fall to defeat and a lot of things. Because we don't stand up and own up to what is going on with us. We pointing the fingers at others not gonna help us either. When we recognize what is going on with us, it's us solution will come. And sometimes the solution that comes is not a lingering solution. It's just a temporary solution, so to get you past or get you by. You know what I mean? Like I was listening to someone and they were saying that this young lady was about to get off the planet by the S word, suicide. And that person had to step right in because of all the things that young lady had endured throughout her life. And then she probably start looking at the defeat. What you things you endure in life, and you start to looking at them, you feel defeated. You felt defeated. You felt like you feel inferior. You felt like you let your guard down so much that what do you have left to lose? And no, you tell yourself, cut, bye. You gotta fight. Because if we don't fight, then our defeat is gonna win us. And when they win us, then you start drinking, you start doing all kind of manner of evil. Because defeat take over you. But when you realize it, as soon as it start to come in, that's why they tell you very important when anything at all, even with sickness, they tell you that as soon as you recognize that something isn't right with you, what they say, go get help. Get the help. When we realize that something is not right, help doesn't mean you have to go to somebody. You can go to your spiritual father to talk to him. You can call on a friend to talk to a friend. You can call, and if you are social media like us, majority of us now start doing social media. Come on your social media, you talk. You'll be surprised to know other people could be going through and felt defeated themselves. Within themselves. It don't have to be with the environment. It don't have to be with people against people or anything. It could just be with you against you. Whatever you put up in your life or whatever you accept in your life sometimes, and then you realize that I think you overstay yourself within certain things. You will know what that thing is in your life. You know what I mean? I think you're over. If you pass due to exit to cut and just say bye bye, because you realize that every time it's like you're here, but you're being defeated. You have to stand up and take a stand and say enough is enough. And that's when even if you didn't know God then, that's when you gonna realize you gonna have to draw for him. Okay, that's gonna be one of the biggest weapon you're gonna have, along with the people that you're gonna reach out to within that moment. You don't have to worry about, oh, I don't have nobody to reach out to, or don't. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised how many people that gonna be right there just waiting for you to reach out to them. You don't know them. Sometimes you don't know them from walks of life. Sometimes you could be end up just say, you know what, let me take the bus. Never take the bus in years. Let me just take the bus. And you start ask question. You just have to pick the battle. And when I mean pick the battle, don't just go to anybody to ask question. You make sure you pick to know who you're gonna go ask question to. So you have to, connect. So you don't be defeat all the time, because defeat is something that eating us, a lot of us. We've been through so much in our life, and we're looking back and say, what have I done? Why did I do this? And we're blaming. And when you start blaming yourself, then you realize that you just felt like there's no hope. You know? And when you felt like there's no hope, go in your room now. Jay, take him with you. Go. No, I don't want to sleep in here tonight. Nope. I told you already. I gotta start the clothes. Nope. Don't just tell yourself defeat cut. Cut. We're cutting defeat. Defeat want us to be staying down on the ground. No, we're above ground. Tell yourself defeat want us to be on the ground. No, we're above ground. Be stronger than how we look at things. Because when we're going through stuff in life, the world smart with Buzz, how you doing? Greetings to you. How you doing? You say, yes, I had a wonderful day. Bless up, bless up. When you're going through defeat in life, it's easy to cast judgment on others. But when you start to take accountability for your purpose in life, your defeat, understanding what is wrong with you, enjoy with Naomi. Greetings, greetings to each and everyone. How you doing, Naomi? Start accept your defeat and start to find a solution. And the solution you're going to find is what works for you within that moment. You might not know right off the bat right now if you're not feeling like you're defeated. Because if you're going and going and you don't feel like you're defeated yet, you won't have any solution right there because there's no need to think for something if it's not there. It's like they say, why start something if nothing if it's not necessary? You know what I mean? So know those things. They say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. You know what I mean? So you don't want to start something if something is not necessary. You have to understand what defeat is. Everybody defeat doesn't mean it's the world caving on you. Sometimes your defeat is to stand up for yourself and tell yourself. It's like they say, look in the mirror and tell your old self something. We have to look in the mirror and tell our old self something. It's like every day we grow old. Every day. Yes, Naomi, every single day. So tell ourselves, defeat. Just picture yourself like in a movie and you see, oh, I don't like that. What do they say quick? When somebody reciting a skit or something, are they acting out a scene and the producer don't like it? First thing the producer say, you can get mad already, Because by him telling you to cut, he already know that this part, he can't keep going with it. Because then he have to do a more editing. But the quicker he catch it, he's able to say, cut. So the quicker we catch what we're going through, it's easier for us to transition into the life we want, the abundance that we're looking for, the greatness that we're looking for, the support that we're looking for. And then trust me, we have to keep going, family, because the right support will come when it's necessary and when it's important. It's not just gonna come loosely. And that's why, yesterday I was around, I went to visit this lady. She had called me to drop something off for her. And I was laying down because, yesterday my father passed. So I was laying down and I just feel so defeated. So that's where I get that term from. I felt so defeated and everything. And I remember when she called me. At one point, I felt like I didn't even want to answer. I just felt like I just want to be defeated, stay defeated. You see what I'm saying? Make my problem, let me defeated. And I said, you know what? No. When I tell the people, the fastest I get up because I was talking to myself within. And I say, you know what? No. No, I'm not going to stay defeated. I got up, went in the shower, got me a quick shower, got the kids them ready and everything. They were already ready already. And just me was there defeated. Felt so defeated. Because I had just lost, had a big loss, major loss. And I felt defeated. But that call that I got was the confirmation I need to get back up from my defeat. Because anything you're going through in life will make you feel like your purpose on this planet is no longer worthy. Just remember, anything you're going through in life that is challenging, seem difficult, seem somewhat like there's no one care for you, there's no hope for you, it will make you feel like you feel defeated more than how you defeated. You say it will come at the right time, oh my G. You say, oh, my condolence to you. Thank you, the word smile with Basil. Yes, man, it will come. And through the turmoil phases that we're going through, it will come. Yes, Basil, everything at the right time. Nothing happened before the time either. You know what I mean? No matter what we're doing. So I felt so defeated laying down there, and my poor eyes were already balled out, because I didn't even know I would be balled out, and they hurt so bad yesterday. But anyway, when your eyes hurt bad when you have a cry in a while, like ball. We call it bawling, where you bawl. You know what I mean? But anyway, and she called me and she said, "You're coming?" And I said, "All right, I'll be there soon." Then she called me back like half an hour again, and I said I was getting ready. Then this time when she called me, I was in the car now, and then I had to go get me some gas. But when I went to my gas station, I normally get gas. They have a sign up, no gas. You say, I know exactly what you're saying. Yes, man, defeat. Feel it, many times we feel defeated in our family. And it's just with us. It's not with the world. We gotta remember that. Defeat doesn't mean you have to be with the world. Cause you can take the world on your head, then that means you'll have how many defeat? Triple people. No, you have more than zillion defeat. We don't need that. You know what I mean? And she called me and I went and I go drop the paperwork off that she needed and everything. Because before I would have heard the passing of my father, I already had told her I was going to come with it. You understand? So good thing she had called me so I was able to get up. And that's all we need sometimes is somebody to just call you and you just snap back out your defeat, because sometimes you're in a turmoil phase and all you need sometimes is probably somebody just to call you. And when you realize, if you were talking to your God, you were talking to him, you were praying, you were whispering a prayer to him, you were calling his name, you were calling on him, he will send somebody right there and then, and you'll be like, huh? Sometimes you resist answering the phone because you're so defeated. You feel like, you know what, why am I answering this phone? Some people drink. Some people do all kind of matter of evil too because they feel so defeated. They're looking back. How many of us have ever looked back at our life and tell ourselves, if I didn't do this, then I would be up here. If I didn't do that, then I would be over here. If I didn't do this, or if I didn't quit my job, or if I didn't have a spicy mouth, the mouth that go off, or if I didn't look a certain way, or if I didn't look like this, or if I had WD-40, then my waist could be moving over here, and then I could do, and those are the things we're looking back at. And when we keep looking back at those things, they're going to keep defeating us, because that's what we want, for us to keep looking back instead of going forward. So everything is gonna literally start with us to get back up. They say 7 times fall, 7 times rise. How we gonna rise? How we gonna rise is our defeat. We have to tell ourselves, cut. Know when to cut your defeat. When you realize that this is not you, especially when you know yourself, it's very important to be self-aware. Because when you're self-aware, you recognize what is going on with you. It's like, like 2 3 days you have a brush your teeth, you already know that. So now you know that, okay, once you can start smelling your breath, you already know that expiration date, this already passed, baby. Because if it's boxing to the point where, if it's boxing to the point where you can smell it yourself, you will expire. So you need to get up out of defeat. You need to tell yourself, oh, that's not who I am. Because you will know who you are, because before you were not like that. It's like people who go through breakups sometime and felt defeated. Sometimes you go through relationship. It doesn't matter what ship. It could be relationship, friendship, family ship, church ship, what kind of ship you're sailing in. And sometimes you'll be around certain people or certain things and it make you feel defeated because of the way we look at things. Sometimes the way we look at things make us feel defeated. And that's where a lot of times jealousy come in, because we're looking at somebody else and say, how they have this but they don't look like 5 star. How they have that and they look shagala bagala. How they have that and they don't even can't execute, or they can't this. You said, I cry like crazy when my folks pass away. It's okay to cry. Yes, I believe when you cry, blessing comes down, because your prayer go up and blessing comes down. It's the start of a new beginning of being without your parents. Yes, man. But this one, that one, I sympathize with everybody who lost a parents, because I'm telling you, I'm in your shoes now, and I can tell you that's not the feeling. I can't explain it to you, because if I explain it to you, I would be lying. I don't know how to explain this one. Not to say I couldn't fabricate anything to say how I'm feeling or so, but it's just a different feeling. Is this a different numbness to your body? Is that your mindset is even shift to a lot of stuff, And then now I am a mother and I'm looking at it and I said, I only got my 2 boys. Like this morning when I was a feeling and I said, Lord, please. I remember telling Lord this one, Lord, please, I got my son, please help me. And I remember I called my 2 sons. They must say, got my sons. I couldn't move this morning. When I finally get back up, it was 10 something. I had the milk on the table, the cereal, everything was left open right there that I had opened to go make the baby food and the big one cereal, because I fed them cereal in the morning and I couldn't. I was on the kitchen floor. At one point, I remember I take everything that God put on me and everything. I couldn't move. My heat was normal. I talked to this lady and she said, maybe it's because of the grief. Everybody grieve different. So you don't know how you're gonna react, how you're gonna feel. Because it's a major defeat to, family. When you look at life when things hit so hard, it's a major defeat. And if you don't fight to get out of it, some people drink, some people start go the different way because they felt like they can't do it no more. Some people literally lose their mind when things like this happened, along with other things. It could be relationship, friendship, because some people their friends are dear to their heart. And it's like, even if they don't lose them, but they lose them because they're no longer friends, as in friends are so, and you were taking those people to dear to your heart, and they do you wrong. Those things have implication on some people, not everybody, because some people, their mind don't cut like everybody is. Everybody built in a way to tolerate certain things differently. Some people say, why you crying? You're a mad person. Why you do say that? Go seek God. Of course, you're seeking God through your crying. What do you think God is doing? What do you think he flooded with his tears? When he flooded with tears, he's clearing your pathway, clearing your mindset. You know what I mean? So, but when we feel defeated, family, catch up ourselves. People gonna come along the way. Sometimes people who you never heard of before, never seen before. You probably could go to the park and you just start talking to random stranger you don't even know, but they were planted there to have a conversation with you. They probably start off by saying hi and just the way you look. You have to be strong for yourself and the kids. Yes, yes, Bazo, I'm telling you, I never know I would get that defeat, like defeat as in feeling that kind of way. Because I'm always, sometimes you always, no matter how strong you are in life, there is always something there to make you feel defeated. And what you're going to do to come back from that defeat is to keep yourself busy. Busy. I'm gonna mean busy. Whether go to the park or hang out with your friends, hang out with your families, go to church if you're a church goer, or you say, you know what, let me get closer to my father or anything. We can make changes. Changes come in a time when a lot of us are defeated. When we feel defeated, that's when a lot of changes come. If you weren't feeling defeated or so, you won't understand what changes is in certain areas of your life or certain aspect of your life. But certainly when you're going through a turmoil phase in your life, that's when you realize that changes will come. And you gotta pray for changes, and it will come. And the support that is gonna be around you sometimes is total stranger. Total stranger. You could know them from you were kids then or so, but they're still total stranger because it's not like you had a quote unquote bonding relationship with these people. You see them in the universe and everything, or so probably wave to them and so hi and bye and keep pushing. But then they just there when it was necessary, when it was important. You know what I mean? So please, family, if you're going through anything in life, just remember you tell a defeat. Cut. Picture yourself at a movie or not movie. You apply to or you audition for something, and they know it's gonna come on the TV, especially TV or radio. They had to cut certain things that you say or beep it out. Sometimes you hear some people say some words and they go beep. Sometimes you have to beep some things out. You know, because many times we're looking at defeat and you will think that defeat have to do with just your job, your friends, or anything, but it's going on with you personally. It's how we accept what is gonna come at us. And if we accept it to say, oh well, I'm no good, everybody say I'm no good, everybody say I'm a age, everybody say I'm a B, everybody say I'm ugly, everybody, then if you believe defeat, then defeat gonna be like you gonna look like defeat. Because we dwell in what people are telling us. We dwelling in what the negative mindset that we have because we are so corrupt in the mind sometimes when we are looking at ourselves as a person that we will accept that defeat that is coming. Because to be honest, sometimes we throw our own self defeat. Oh, I don't like how I look. I don't like this. I don't like that. And we just blame ourselves and don't make no changes. Blame ourselves and don't make no changes. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I don't like my foot. I don't like my chin. I don't like my stomach. I don't like this. But I'm not doing nothing to make changes. So how am I gonna get rid of what I don't like? Just accept defeat and say, oh well, it's because I got these two little monsters. Oh well, it's because I'm a grown adult now. They say your body change. Oh well, and then you have all sort of defeat excuse. I call them defeat excuse. Or we make excuse to defeat ourselves further. It's like when you lie. You lie and you have to maintain that lie and you have to maintain the lie and you have to maintain the lie. And that's the defeat, because you're packing defeat on top of defeat on top of defeat. And sooner or later one day you can't lie no more. You like like my son and I say, "Oh mommy, I'm sorry. I was lying to you." You know what I mean? The mindset for sure. Yes, man. Our mindset. And if we program it to be defeated, we're gonna feel defeated. And nothing wrong within the moment when you're going through whether grief, relationship, friendship, your social atmosphere that you associate yourself with her. So nothing wrong to feel a certain way, but you have to snap out of it. That's the problem. You have to get up out of it. It's like a car, it break down, for example. Don't you have to snap out of it by getting it towed to a mechanic if it's a towable, if you need tow, or you drive it there to get it fixed, but you go slow if you can drive? Don't you have to get it out that defeat phase that is gonna put you in, because it's gonna set you back. And when that set you back, now then you put yourself in a phase more defeated, because now you won. And another thing you're looking at, oh, where am I gonna get the money to pay for this car? I don't got this, I don't got that. And when we tell ourselves that, and the Lord already know that we might have a little saving hide up in us somewhere there, hide somewhere there, or hide in a little bank account or somewhere there. And if you don't use that money that's been there for years or something, you're still gonna be defeated, because you're waiting for Harry to come and sponsor you. You're waiting for Tom to come and check your bill for you. You're waiting for everybody, Dick, Tom, and Harry, to come and pay the bill for you. If you have something in life and when you feel defeated, that's when you come in to use. You don't come in then to say, all right, I know Harry have money, so I could call on Harry. No, you call on Harry when you don't have nothing. Because the Lord will always make a way. He said he will always make a way. Regardless, he always make a way. But he not gonna make a way when we already have stuff. It's like packing, like I said, you're packing defeat upon defeat. And even if Harry come in and chip in with you, you will still pay the price for using Harry when he know you had something. You could have used what you got. Yes, challenges come around when you least expect them. Yes. And that's why they have the old good old saying, expect the unexpected, because you never know. It's like today you're here, you're jelly and you're good. Like Saturday I was making soup and drinking like a little pig, and I was eating so fast. Little did I know that tomorrow my sorrows was gonna be I was gonna be defeated the next day. Little did I know. Little did I know. I was tearing that poor chicken food up. I was like beating that poor chicken food up. And at this point, I didn't even know my defeat was around the corner. You know? So we have to understand. And that's why another thing. Yes, we have to. So defeat is going to come in different form, everybody. Just remember, one size in life does not fit all. What may fit my defeat may not fit yours, but the word defeat spelled one way, don't spell no other way. Defeat is defeat. It's just that you're gonna tie defeat with what you are going through. I tie defeat with what I am going through. You have to tie defeat with what you are going through. Let's say, for example, you have a relationship problem. Look at what is defeating you in the relationship. Is it financial problem? Is it emotional abuse? Is it physical abuse? Is it psychological abuse? Is it these things where somebody tell you, oh, you're not worthy, you're ugly, you're not beautiful, you're a B, you're a C, all the letters of the alphabet, 26 letters of the alphabet, and they can use negatively as well as use positively. A for apple, B for boy, that's for the kid. But for us, you can use good and positive. B for beautiful, A for awesome, yeah. W for wonderful, eh? Yeah? R for resilient, eh? C, you know what I mean? So we can use the 26 letters of the alphabet positively or negatively. It depends on how we looking at defeat and the purpose that we're trying to achieve when we're looking at defeat. Are we looking to just defeat ourselves more? Because when things happen to you, it's not happening to you for you to stop there. Unless you love defeat. If you love defeat, then you pack it. You know what I mean? Just you pack it tight. It's like when you buy these bed offline nowadays, they come compress well tight. So if you're looking for to compress your defeat like that, then the world gonna be on your head. Because it's not only your problem gonna be in that defeat, it's the world problem. But when we try to learn and be aware, awareness of what we're going through is very helpful. Because when I say very helpful is because when you're aware of what you're going through, it's easier for you. You will do a little. You will linger in it, but while you're lingering it, you're also finding you're striking a balance. You're fighting with the defeat to find the balance to balance, and then once the balance is more than the negative defeat that is trying to get, yeah, then you will come out of it. But if you just keep looking like, what am I gonna do? I can't do it no more. My bills are piling. What am I gonna do? You just accept defeat. That's accepting defeat, We're accepting the things that are thrown at us. And many times you go out there in life, you're gonna realize that you have to tell yourself, no, I can't do it. Sometimes you go to a job interview and people looking at you like, you dress like that, can you do this? Can you move that box? You don't give me the box, But you're looking at me and you're trying to defeat my purpose of coming to get employed. Or you're trying to look at me like I can't do nothing. You don't even put the box in front of me if you tell me lift this box up. You don't give me a chance to lift the box up. But you start to tell me, I don't think you can lift that box up. Let me try. And this is when you come in and say, well, let me try, if you may. You're not going to be rude because you want the job. You let me try, if you may. Some people might say, go ahead, let me see what you got. Because you're proving to them that you're not willing to accept defeat. Is whatever we accept, that's what's going to come at us. Keep coming at us. But when we realize that we don't need to accept defeat, we're going to be the defeat that defeat have to beg for us. The same way we can think the negative of ourselves, we can think the positive of ourselves. I said the same mind that think negative is the same mind that think positive. And it's so funny, right? The same mind, like somebody cussing at you now, you change from the positive mindset so fast. Ooh wee, quick. And you go around the circle, and you go around the block, and you come right back. Ain't the same mind? There was not another mind up in there. It's one mind. And the mindset of an individual using knowledge, negative or positive, you have a choice. Exactly. We all have a choice. Is the word right there? We have a choice. And that choice, when we're going through something, is to either accept defeat or cut it. And mind you, when you cut defeat, it don't just go away. It's like somebody who were drinking, for example, and they kept drinking. When they said enough, they still sip a little. But they sip less and less till they fade away. Or one day they just get up and just throw everything out the closet. Not the closet, the cupboard that they have that liquor in or whatever. You have people like we who can eat salt. One day you just get up and you say, you know what? I'm tired of letting defeat sink me more because I know what this can lead to. Hypertension, which is high blood pressure. I'm tired of eating the sugar because I know what sugar can lead to. Diabetes. And you just get up one day and look in your closet. How many of us ever look in our closet and we just start just throw away every single thing because we're tired of accepting defeat. So you see, when you're looking at yourself, what are you tired of? You gotta know what you're tired of. Because many times, passing the blame on somebody that don't even know you, have their own problem, they're lost in their own defeat, that's not your battle to bear. Your battle or our battle to bear is what is it that we are accepting that is defeating us, and that is the things that are affecting us. It could be life, loss of a loved one. It could be anything, a job, piece of old car giving you trouble, whether it's brand new or not. Once you drive it off the lot, the depreciation, the value of it go down. So you see how it come depreciation, defeat. You can't drive it off the lot, defeat. You're definitely right. So you have to look into yourself. Yes, Basil, we have to. We can't keep fighting with the world and think that is the world. Defeat is sitting right there looking in front of us and saying, hello, you ready for one more defeat? You ready for one more round of bottle of alcohol? You ready for one more of this? You ready for one more of that? Like yesterday, the lady said to me, "The church you go, you don't have no rich man over there." I said, "Excuse me," and then I said, "Oh, you want the baby island, the rich man?" I don't want that. I don't want that. Yeah, because if you go look for somebody just because of what they have, you're gonna be still defeated. Okay, you're gonna be under their rules and regulation and restriction and boundaries, and you're gonna be defeated and defeated, and then you're gonna make a mockery of yourself. Triple defeated. No, no. Your mindset can be that narrow-minded. Cannot be that narrow-minded. If we're looking for wealth, we can create our own wealth. Get out our defeat phase of life and tell ourselves that we are better than what the defeat look like in our life. Even if it's just don't have no money today, and you just tell yourself, I don't got no money, I don't got no money. You know what I used to tell people? If you got a penny laying around your house, you got money. And people used to look at me and think I'm joking. If you got a penny laying around your house, you got money. Only difference with that money, it cannot be spent to buy nothing. But it's money you got. Just cannot buy anything, but it's a start. That's a start. And you'll be looking like, what? If I got a penny, I got money. Yes, you got money. It's just not money to spend like you would want it. But it's money. Snap back moment, how you doing? Greetings, how are you? Yeah? You got money. So stop looking around and say, I don't got no money, I don't got no money. You got money. You just can't spend. It's like people who buy the cryptocurrency and something. And they say, Buzzer, I'm waiting for dinner. Uh-oh. The worst one with Buzzer. See that back moment, say she waiting for your dinner. Dinner, Basil. You have to go yard style, Basil. Dinner time. Ooh, I just felt dizzy just now. It's time to take a spin on the new Fanatics Casino app. So you get enough, you be right. Oh my God, yes. You know, Jamaicans share a lot of food too, so you don't have to worry. $20 plate, you get a lot of food. But don't be looking at anything you're going through and said, you just go accept your defeat. And even when somebody tell you no, don't be sitting there and say, oh, but this person tell me no. So that's their defeat. They're throwing it to you to defeat you, to see how you're going to accept their defeat. So why are you collecting it? If you collect their defeat and believe in it, then you're defeated. Oh, but it's like when you lick a kid and your parents say, did you get the job? No. Why you didn't get the job? Because you were rude at the mouth, because some of us used to be rude at the mouth or whatever. He said that chicken was looking good and so was those peas. Okay. All right, Buzzy, you're putting on the storm and everything. And you say you don't get this or something. Sometimes your parents back in the days used to tell you, go back over there and apologize to the people. Yes, parents used to do that back in the days. And everything because your parents not willing to accept defeat. Sometimes parents used to go to the job if they know the people who are hiring their daughter when you're young or so. And they say, what happened? Why my daughter didn't get the job or so? And some of them we have excuse or some of them just telling me and it's true. You know what I mean? So don't sit because somebody tell you no, you're going to accept. I was working with this young man once and his downfall or his defeat, let's use the word defeat since we're on defeat because anything can be defeating. And his downfall was he wanted to leave the job, but he couldn't leave it because he couldn't read and write. I said, what? So because this is me then, this is me then. So because you can't read and write, you're just going to sit down and accept. You're going to sit down and accept disrespect or accept anything and just tell yourself, say, because you can't do this, you're just going to sit down. You're not going to try anything else. You're just going to sit down in your defeat because your downfall is you can't read and write. Get up if you can't read and write and find a way. Right now, the internet is worldwide. Right now, when I'm struggling with pronunciation, I can go on YouTube, type in that word. Not YouTube, Google, type in, even on YouTube, type in that word and ask it to pronounce that word for me. There you go, boom. Like I used to have a teacher and she used to say, boy, if she don't know the word, she just jump right over it. Yes. And my teacher used to follow along in the book when they're teaching it to read. So they know when they jump over the word. But I was about to accept defeat. Sit down there with the word a box shovel. No, I jump over it. The cow jump over the moon. I jump over the word. I used to literally jump over the word. If I don't know the word, I'm not sitting there wasting a minute of my time. I jump right over that word. And the same thing I told my son. I said, even if you're out there doing public speaking or something, and you miss a word, the crowd, if they know what you're saying, they will correct the word or say interject that or something. That's on them. Thank you. You could say your glasses blurry if you wear glasses. But me, whoop, I hop over. Jump over the word. You don't need to sit down and struggle. Yes, it's like keep going. Exactly, Basil. Keep going forward. Sit up back, mom, and say, Queen, you are funny. But it's true, we sit up back. It's true, man. Sit down, and because we can't get from point A to point B, we just sit there, we just do it. Jump over the word. You don't know the word, jump over it. Until I start to understand that sometimes when you don't even know the meaning of a word, sometimes the meaning of the word is at the beginning of the sentence, the middle, or the end. Sometimes you can find it, but you have to understand. But me, if I don't understand, just jump over the word and keep going. But when the teacher follow along, no, and then they correct the word. Oh, I act like I didn't see. This is me now. I'll ask you one more time. It's be hilarious, because you not go stood there, buck shuffle. Even if you're having a presentation, sometimes you get so nerve wracking that you already prepare for your presentation, but you have pronunciation problem because you didn't get a degree for that, like me. I didn't get a degree for pronunciation, right? So when you come up on a word that, especially if you don't use it frequently, then that word can become a stutterness for you now. Jump over it. Just remember, the cow jump over the moon and the cow never jump over the moon, but you can jump over the word. You jump over it. Just make sure it's not the full stop. Because if there's a full stop and they're following along, I'm telling you, you know. So when you buck shuffle, sometimes somebody look at you and say, oh, you can't read. You ain't going to read everything. Some words you're going to see unfamiliar. And then instead of you embarrassing yourself in a presentation, jump over the word. They can't jump over the moon. Never seen it, but the dish run away with the spoon. Never seen it. So we can too jump over the word. And then this is what I used to do when I jump over a word. We have a highlighter. Very good highlighters. You have a highlighter, you highlight the word, and then you can, when you get a chance, when nobody looking, you get a chance and you take a look at bougie self or whatever, go look at the word. So gone were the days when you tell us, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. You don't even try. If you jump, you will know. If you hop, you will know. If you skip, you will know. But if you don't try, you won't know that your leg can't skip. If you don't try jump, you won't know that your knee gonna hurt. Just say your knee hurt and you never try. That's not helping you. It's like you said, I like I used to tell people, I think I was diagnosed with bipolar, but I'm not. What you call it? I think I'm bipolar, but was the diagnosis, and they used to laugh after me and say, "Why? Have you been to the doctor before?" I said, "No." But it just goes to show, family, that don't accept defeat, no matter what is it in life. Many times we out there, we feel inferior, we feel isolated, we feel like there's no hope for us. Hope is out there. Hope begins with us. Listen. Sometimes we ignore the signals that we're getting from our intuition. We ignore it because we want to be over here or we want to be over there. And then we have to end up right back. So we have to tell ourselves enough of defeat. It's a resilient about to get myself for work early. So have a good night and my condolences again. Bless up yourself, the world smile with Basil. Bless up yourself, and thanks to each and everyone. And for everyone that have to go, I say appreciate you guys for stopping in. And thank you guys so much for the well wishes and love and everything and support in the death of my father. So thank you guys for that. So we're not accepting no defeat, family. We're gonna rise, we're gonna shine, and we're gonna give God the glory. And we're gonna give ourselves grace. We're not gonna be so hard on ourselves. Because when we be hard on ourselves, just think about it. When we are hard on ourselves, we're accepting defeat. We're accepting defeat. Trying to find a solution. We don't want to hear what the world have to tell us. We don't want to hear what brother have to tell us. We don't want to hear what sister have to tell us. We don't want to hear what uncle have to tell us. Nobody. Period. because we just love defeat because the defeat look good. You know, when defeat come in and say, well, people say we can't go here, people say we can't go here, and I guess this is over because daddy did or whatever, this is over. It's not over. You got life. So don't accept defeat. What we have to do is learn to take the baton up. It's going to be tough in the beginning, which is going to be the defeat. But if we fight through that toughness, we will get over here. We get over here to inspire, to transform, to help others who are going to be in those shoes that are going to get defeat, because we all get defeat. There's going to be some point in every one of us life, including even people who transition out of this world, that defeat is going to come, and they're going to have to tell themselves, you know what? I will not accept defeat. The fabric of long weekends. And many times the biggest defeat you can ever hear in your life is no. And if you believe in that no, then you are defeated. But if you tell yourself that no is just a direction, because that isn't the door for you, the right door for you, then you can go on. Oh wow, that is fine. You're right. You know, you can go on. Don't even need Wi-Fi. But we accept no as an answer, and don't to look nowhere else. You're defeated, and I can tell you from experience, you're defeated. When people look at you and judge you from their eyes, from their lens, and you accept their lens, what about your lens? You forgot your lens. You take it off and put it over here and put somebody else's lens on. We all have a lens to look through, which is our eyes. Look through our eyes for ourselves. Our mirror, that's why they have mirror, because your reflection is up in that mirror. It's like we sit down and we ball, and you look in the mirror like, how do you know your eyes swollen? You feel heavy, but how are you going to know? You're going to have to look in that mirror, right? And in that mirror, it's going to say, okay, now yourself up. It's like you're not sleeping, and somebody say you have a bag underneath your eye. They know you're not sleeping, you're not rested. Because if you're rested, you shouldn't have no bags under your eye. Your eye shouldn't look so dark like you polish it. You know, you get little shoes polish and you polish it. For now. Or somebody beat the cornea out of your eye. You know what I mean? So we cannot accept defeat and any longer. We have to tell ourselves, cut. Defeat start with us. Because when people throw defeat at us, anything at all, anything that you're around that throw defeat at you, if you accept it, well, you're just telling them, hey, you got a winner. Hello, you got a winner. Then you start to wave. Are you a muddler? You wave because you won the crown. Are you a muddler? Hey, you accept defeat and this is you waving. Eh? You're doing the English wave. Eh? You're a muddler. You're English. You should do. Can you accept defeat? Hello, I'm over here. No. It's like, how many of us ever gone somewhere to do something, and then the outcome is not what we were expecting, and we had to tell ourselves, we start to think, right? Because we're not willing to accept defeat. And sometimes when defeat is coming, it's not for you to talk back. But remember that. When defeat is coming your way, it's not for you to talk back, but move along in silence. You just make sure you're aware. It's like somebody insult you in a nice way, being sarcastic or something, and once you're aware of your irony and all these things, no pun intended on all these things, then you will understand to differentiate the things that are felt like defeat, are telling you to accept defeat, or so forth. It's like somebody selling you a product. They might give you all the things that is good about the product. Good night, Basil. Or snapback moment, say good night. So you will have all the things that are defeating you, not realizing because it sounds so good. It doesn't just give you the highs. But what about the lows? What about the side effect? Everything in this world have a side effect. Even through death comes side effect. The grief, the crying. Felt like no hope is left. My all is gone. The one person I love is gone. For those of who in that situation I understand. You know, condolence to you. I don't know what happened. No, I lost my father Sunday. Yeah, I lost my father Sunday. You know, so don't accept defeat, people. We're gonna fight till the end. We're gonna fight to the end. And remember now, it's easier to accept defeat. You know what we said? It's easier done than said. But you make sure you find a way to snap out of that defeat. Find a way. We have to pull ourselves up. Sometimes we're looking like we need the whole TV to pull us up. We're looking at the treadmill to pull us up. Sometimes it's just start with us pulling up ourselves. It's like me go comb my hair and go take a shower, go relax, put on the lotion that I have only for occasion. Yes, I do. I have everything for occasion. Yeah, special occasion. You go in here, you go in there. You have this regular lotion you use, or everyday lotion you use, or you have the everyday perfume, or whatever you have every day. Those are just every day. But then when you're going out, you have things for purposes. Defeat have things to feel like a purpose to us when it's not a purpose. Leading us down the wrong path where you drink. You want us to don't care no more. You want to give up our self, give up our right mindset because we felt like the world is coming down now. It's the end. But if we start to tell ourselves that defeat, cut. Let's think about a show you audition from, even if you never auditioned for nothing in your life. Be your own audition. Create your own little audition. Look in your mirror. That should be your audition. Because when you look and see how defeat do you, looking at your eyes and see how defeat really make you look. Even if you're in a relationship and you look at yourself and you look and see how defeat make you look, and you accept all that defeat and it just print on you. We can take them off. It's gonna require some work. Anything we're doing require work. You just like to get a nice 5-star job, 5-star job. It requires you to have certain credential. But one thing that require if you have certain credential is your mindset. Because if your mindset is right, everything will also fall into place. And then sometimes you could have a good mindset and all it takes is one shift, one incident, one accident to shift that whole mindset and then feel defeated. You have a lot of people who've been through terrible accident in their life, and you see you say you don't know how they survive it, because they probably were telling themselves, God, I know you favor me, and I will not go down like this. I will not accept this. And they fight. And some of those same people who fight till this very end, even if they're no longer here today, but they were fighting till this very end. Half of them implement laws that they implement laws because of what they were doing. They said, and they create laws now that all of us on this planet have to abide. Even if we don't abide by the consequences of disobeying those laws, we have to pay the price for them. Sometimes we look and say how they need to make laws, but if something don't happen, literally, there can be no law. Certain laws, if something does not happen, there's no need to put something where it don't need to be. It's like you have enough junk in your house, there is no need to add more junk to junk. Unless you go clean it out, then you can say yes. So a lot of the laws we'll be looking at, like even now they have laws that you have to have hand-free device. Why do you think that's a law? You think it just evolved because people want to be petty? No. It's years upon years of researching and investigating and the incident that are happening or the accident that are happening and lives upon lives lost. Now the action are being taken, but it took forever because everything have to be, it's like a proposal. Everything have to be pitched and say we're gonna implement these things, because you can't just talk about the problem and there's no solution. You have to have your findings, your recommendation going forward, so everybody can understand. And that's another thing we have to understand. When you see laws are made, they don't just happen overnight. Sometimes, oh, you need a law, you need a law. Law can't just evolve like that. It's in the making. Sometimes you'll be surprised it's been there for 20, 30 years. And it's in the book, hidden in that secret book that everybody have who make laws. But then they can't come up with it unless when something keep happening and happening, then everybody go back to the drawing board and say enough is enough. They will not accept defeat no more. And that's how you see people shift away from these things now and implement these laws, because they're tired of accepting defeat. They're tired of loved one defeated again. They're tired of loved one lost again. They're tired of life lost, lose again. Every day you hear life gone, life gone. They're tired of it. That's why laws are made. When you see they have even alert, you see children alert or something. Why are these laws in? Have you ever thought of it? Because of the defeat over the years. And fall on deaf ears. You would say fall on deaf ears. But if they don't have enough facts and findings and research to back up what they're going to put out there for everybody else that are not in that situation, but you never know what we're going to be in. If they have to make sure everything is dotted and crossed before they can make things into law. Even when somebody get in trouble, they can't just go right there and say, all right, they just gonna land them in jail if they don't have enough evidence, they don't have enough facts, they're defeated. And then that person can get away scot-free because there is not enough evidence. There is not enough facts to back up what they said they gathered. So you see, everything that's going to defeat us in life, there will be a solution, but it's going to also depend on us as an individual to recognize what we are going through, what we are faced with. Remember, everybody defeat will not be the same. Your defeat could be a financial defeat where you run into bankruptcy because you could use up all your options, or you don't know how to use the options that you got, and that could be a financial ditch you went into. But if you tell yourself, I will not accept defeat, we will rise again. Yes, you take a hard hit. That doesn't mean you have to fall down and stay there. We have to understand we don't have to fall and stay there. Remember, sometimes you go to emotional again, mental distress. We don't have to fall and stay there. We don't have to accept the no and believe the no. We don't have to stay there. You're going through a physical crisis in your life, where not sometimes you don't have to be people physically abusing you. You abuse yourself sometimes. You know, a lot of people who cut themselves up and because of the pain that people cause them to verbally, like just verbally attacking them certain way. Not everybody cut and build for that. They don't have that piece of cloth that build them like that. You know, when we say you have thin skin, everybody ain't built like that. We ain't cut from the same cloth. We might have everything in us, but just everybody mindset is wired in a certain way. Regardless of all the things that we'll be making up, or they tell you all the neuron and the this and the that, regardless. You know, so please don't accept defeat. And sometimes the solution you're going to look for when you feel defeated, it might not come right away. It might take a few months, a few weeks, but you keep working. Just like a law, in order to implement a law, it takes years, sometime in the making. And if you don't believe, if you're watching what's going on in the country, any country you are, a lot of laws, they will tell you it was on the drawing board. It was on the drawing board for years. And they will say, but nobody didn't take it up. But if more things happen, the more law is going to make. But they have to come up, because remember, you know, when they're building these laws, they're not just coming with say, oh, you did this, you're on the stoplight, you're on the sign, you're on over something. They gonna have all of these as the negative connotation as to why that law is gonna be in place. But what is the solution? You understand? So you can't have a law in and there's no solution to guide the rest of the people that are gonna go out there and make the same mistake. Same way with defeat. If we don't have any negative things that affected us, then you won't have no negative defeat. You will only run on positive. You understand? So things are gonna make us defeat sometimes. A lot of people even who run up in bankruptcy, they go in bankruptcy because they know they were going down a rabbit hole that it's gonna be hard for them to come back. So please, family, know what's your defeat. Everybody defeat ain't gonna be the same. You're not gonna look the same. You might have some similarities, but it will not look the same. Fight and get out of it. Even if you're drinking. Some of us are saying we're gonna quit smoking. We will quit, but we have to just keep telling ourselves, you know, I'm gonna quit. One day you're gonna get up and toss that box somewhere. You know what I mean? For people who out there and going through stuff, turmoil phase in their life, we're gonna get up and say, what am I doing? Cut. No longer accepting defeat. But family, we're not gonna stay any longer with you guys. I don't know why the word defeat come, because this week I felt so defeated, you know, with what's going on and everything. And just to know that I'm gonna fight through this. You know what I mean? I'm gonna fight through this, and everyone that is going through something in life, remember the word defeat. How is it looking for you in your situation? Yeah, you can't look at my situation and say, oh, you gotta look at it and see how is defeat going on for you, and stop accepting no's. Accept the no, but don't digest them. Do not collect them. You don't have no storeroom. Unless you have storeroom, all pleasure. Write them on a sticky note, then I'll stick them up in there. Every no you hear, stick them up in there, because they're gonna solve your problem. Stick them up in there. But make sure if you have those no's and you want to put them on a sticky note, make sure you have another colorful note too. That's gonna have the solution. No, why did they say no? Why did this person reject you? Why did this business go down? Why can't you grow? Have all of these things. That's why it's very important. Be aware of what you're going through. I think when we are aware of, and don't be afraid to express how you're feeling. Because a lot of time I know people that say that they would want to express themselves a lot more, but they're afraid of backlash.
Doesn't keep you away.
Backlash gonna come regardless. Even the person that tell you you could trust me, backlash gonna come from them. It just did not gonna come directly, gonna come indirectly. Like they talk under their nose. Or they say, they dare to support that. Backlash gonna come regardless. So if you're worried about backlash, then you're ready to collect defeat. But if you're not worried about backlash, that means you're willing to pass defeat and tell defeat, you see you better get out my way before I kick you over here. Eh? So stop accept these things and don't have no solution for them. Give them back. Give them back. There's no need to collect them. Give them back. The only way to get out of our problem is to learn to find what works for us. No matter how much we're going to talk in this world, if we don't learn to find what works for us, we will accept defeat. And do your best with what you're doing. Don't look at this man because they're doing this or they fly with this or they fly with that. You are going to accept defeat until they say, oh, well, but I can't present this or I can't do this, I can't do that because this person doing it better than me. That person that you see, you said doing something better than you, because that person know what defeat look like. I guarantee you that person know what defeat look like. They know what bankruptcy look like. They know what financial strain look like. They know what emotional distress look like. They know when they felt like no hope wasn't there for them. They know what all of that look like. So when you see their glory now, they've been there. It's something they live. What you think, they just evolve? And you see a good picture? So you think they evolve and you're not going to evolve? Everybody ain't going to come out actually and tell you exactly how they bounce to over here. We all bounce like a bouncing ball. But you're going to see the glory, but trust me, there's a back end story to that. There's a story behind every successful man and woman you see on this planet. Some of these men that you see out here, they're a testimony when they tell you, when I mean we're talking about mankind and a whole, they can tell you the days when they go to bed, nothing to eat. Sometimes I remember look at salt, we used to ring it around. I don't know how salt will give blood pressure. You see the things that give us high blood pressure now? When you were hungry and thirsty, Sugar and water did not give you diabetes. Think about it. For anybody who go to their bed and drink sugar and water before, I'm a testimony of that. It never give you diabetes. Never. Salt. When you have to drop little salt in your mouth to make things work, it never give you hypertension. Never. You know when that thing give you hypertension? When the Lord blesses us out of our situation and we still keep using the things that is not good for us. It was good then, He let it be good for us. Think about your kid coming up and your parents and have nothing more than little salt, a little sugar. Anybody out there now, like in the people who back in the olden days coming up, they understand what sugar and water is. They understand what salt water is. I had to drink that and go back to just stop the hunger for like a dog acting up in your belly. Growling. But you never get diabetes. Think about it. Anybody who drinks sugar water before to go to their bed, just think about you never get diabetes after all the sugars you drink. Never. Because at that moment, He prepared that table so you could be blessed and be happy with that He put on the table. That same salt that is no good for us now. But for everything that we're going through in life, it's a transition to make us appreciate the destination. Yeah? That's how we accept destination and appreciate it. You have to learn to appreciate, and that's why when you see others elevate, don't think they didn't drink sugar and water. Don't think they didn't go to their bed and their stomach say hello. Their stomach was growling. Even the famous man you see right now. Okay, I come. Lay back down and come. Even the famous man you see out there right now that are billion, zillion, trillion. If he ever tell you some of the life, the ones that struggle growing up, not with their wealthy parents or something, but if you ever see how mommy had to break one little piece of bread here, it's like when you go to which church you go to where they give you the wine and that little piece of bread, and you sometimes you're hungry, man, they give you a piece. Which one of the church? I forgot. I think the Anglican give that too. They give you the bread, communion. And you sometimes you're hungry, you take a communion, You're hungry, don't mind they give you 2 pieces of the bread, but you're only supposed to get one. Eh? So if you know where you're coming from in life, you will understand other people's journey and you will be cheering them on. Congratulations. Make sure it come from the heart. Don't just say congratulations because it's not landing nowhere. Congratulations is something that's supposed to come from within. Because you know where you're coming from. And your days will come. But you gotta learn to appreciate other people's journey, other people's success. Because they had a back end story. You know, when I was growing up, we had the noodles, we had the patty, back juice. When a mango season, we good.
Mama, how am I
We don't have no party tonight. I don't know why it's up. But anyway, family, we're not going to say any longer because Chatterbox is going to go. And I'm just trying to cheer myself up and tell myself, no more defeat. I'm not accepting no more defeat. I know the challenge is not easy. Nothing will be easy. Nothing is overnight, family. So just remember that even though I'm talking about defeat, it's not like you walk down the road and say, oh, I'm no longer defeat. I'm good. That's not how it works.
That's my good feet story.
Recognizing what is going on with you is the first step of starting to make a change. All right. So walk good, everybody. Snap back moment. Say yes. Have a blessed night and thanks to everyone. And walk good and don't let it defeat you. All right. Bye bye. What do my son need?